Hello everyone! I recently bought Kerbal Space Program. I actually bought Kerbal Space Program about an hour and a half before I was accepted into Hearthstone. So I've been spending the last week playing pretty much nothing but Kerbal Space Program and Hearthstone. Anyway, I've been having a ton of fun with Kerbal Space Program. I've almost beaten it, so to speak. Not really, because you can't actually beat the game per se, but I'll show you right now. That was great. Really need to record that cough. Anyway, here we are in Kerbal Space Command, and you can see what I mean when I say I've almost beaten the game, in that I've almost completed the tech tree. I only have one last technology to build. I've already built the best rocket that I know how to make, which I will now show to you. If I can load it up. A lot of this crap here. My crab ships are the best ones I've ever made. I call them crab ships because I don't know. I don't remember why I gave them that name. But anyway, this thing, let me zoom out here. This thing is the best ship I've ever built. It can go anywhere in the whole Kerbal solar system, if it does not tear itself apart during launch, which most of the time it does. It also has this terrible spinning thing it does. I don't know why, because it's symmetrical. Anyway, you can see I had a lot of problems with stability, so I had to put a lot of space tape on it. It's this just huge asparagus system, connected via these struts on the sides. And it's really cool, but it has, I think, either 18 or 14 mono-propellant RCS boosters, because it's so unstable. It requires those just to not completely spin out of control when it's launching. But yeah, it has parachutes, it can land on planets, it can do science, it has lots of battery power. It's really cool. Anyway, I want to show you where I've taken this now. I actually have taken it to 3 different celestial bodies. I accidentally smashed it into one of them, and it was destroyed, but the other 2 worked just fine. So, let's go to Crapship 2. I landed it up here. Polar ice cap of Duna. Let me show you that. It's really not very interesting. It's just kind of sitting there. Also, you don't get any extra science for landing on the ice cap, unfortunately. I thought you did, so I went through some extra effort to land here. Fortunately, it's just the surface. Here, let me press my science button. Boop, science button. Yeah, just from Duna's surface. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah, you can see it has lots of solar panels. So this one actually is an earlier model. It has fewer RCS boosters, more solar panels, and less monopropellant fuel. The Crapship 3 has fewer solar panels and more monopropellant fuel, because that stuff is super duper useful. I also, just a little while ago, took it to Drez! Yes! It was a lot of fun getting to Drez. The manifestation of the representation of the asteroid belt, that is, in the Kerbal Space Program solar system. This one just sort of landed on its side. I came in kind of strangely and it flipped over, but yeah, I got a bunch of science and stuff from Drez too. It's pretty cool. And then I also took one of these out to... Let's go to Jewel. Took it to Lathe here, which is my favorite celestial body in the whole Kerbal universe. It is so cool. I love it. It's covered in liquid water, it has an atmosphere. I was actually using it to... my probe was going to just go zoom right by and completely miss Jewel, but I positioned it so that it would interact with Lathe, and Lathe would, as it was zipping by, Lathe would pull it back this way, and so that would slow down significantly and have an orbit that was much closer to Jewel, and I could work with that and go to the other moons and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that this interaction with Jewel actually was just smashing right into it. So I suddenly find myself within Lathe's surprisingly thick atmosphere, and smashing down toward its liquid water. Unfortunately, my parachutes broke, and my probe smashed into the water and was destroyed. But, I learned interesting things about Lathe, and I want to go back there at some point, because it's really cool. And I've also done some other things I'm not too proud of. You see, I was using, nothing but manned missions for a long time. I didn't want to use probes, because probes are for sissies. Unfortunately, that led to me stranding some people. I stranded Jebediah on Minmus, actually. We go here to Minmus. You can see I have this place called Jeb's house, because that's where he landed, and that's where he lived for a long time, until I rescued him. It wasn't too hard to rescue him. I never actually did land on the Mun. I was going to the Mun, but I accidentally slingshotted myself out to Minmus, and I thought, okay, whatever. That's better, so okay. Unfortunately, I was trying to get Bill here to, Eve, and he ran out of gas. And this is a very old rocket of mine. It's been floating around in space for several years. But anyway, there's Bill. I don't know if I can ever rescue him. Maybe I can at some point, but yeah. He is pretty much just stranded out here in space forever. Sorry, Bill. And also Bob. Bob, see, at least rescuing Bill is possible. I could do it maybe, but Bob, there is no way I'm getting Bob back. Oh no. Oh no. Because Bob, I landed on Eve. Did not realize Eve was the Venus of... Ooh, pretty. Was the Venus of this solar system, and he is trapped down there on Eve forever. He actually went on an EVA and he fell off the top of his rocket, and he can't get back in. So he's trapped on Eve. I can never, ever get him out. He went to Gilly, too, though, before he went to Eve, so that was a pretty cool mission. Anyway, that's all I've done in Kerbal Space Program. I thought I'd just show you that. Let's see, what else was I going to do? I guess I could show you the launch of this thing, just to tell you what I mean, that it tears itself apart. Well, for one thing, I have to launch it within 2 or 3 seconds of it being loaded on the launch pad, or else it just tears itself apart. Throttle up, throttle up, throttle up, SAS, go, go, go. Oh, darn it. You see, that's what I mean. It's extremely unstable, and I don't know what the problem is, but I can't really get it to not fall to pieces. I mean, I can, but it's difficult. Alright, and launch. Anyway, I was turning RCS, because this thing will start spinning wildly out of control. Let me just show you how it goes. So there's the first stage of the asparagus system. Yeah, most people have just one asparagus system down here at the bottom, and I thought, asparagus systems are really cool. What if I had a whole bunch of them attached radially? And so I did. And, oh, yep, see, there you go. That's the problem with these little girder segments here. They're not incredibly stable. And that's the sort of thing that happens kind of all the time with this rocket. Attach everything. That's the sort of thing that happens all the time with that rocket. It just tears itself to shreds. But if it does successfully leave Kerbin's atmosphere, it can go anywhere, which is really, really freaking cool. Anyway, I'm pretty much done here, I guess. Anyway, I guess I'll see you all next time.